let's take a look 100 years in the past and what was different than today. Some diseases that people had were scarlet fever, chickenpox, diphtheria, and measles. Scarlet fever was really bad because kids who got it could lose their hearing or it could affect other parts of their body. Sadly, they didn't have cures for those diseases in the 1920s. When you had a sore throat, you gargled with salt water. If you had a cold, you would grease yourself up with Vicks Vapor Rub. Also back then, people raised geese and ducks so that if you had a very bad cold, you would put the goose grease on yourself and put a warm cloth on it. That would help get rid of the cold.
And we had scarlet fever, which was a bad illness because some kids would get loss of hearing or it would affect different parts of their body. Measles was bad, chickenpox, those kind of diseases that today now you have shots for, so you don't even hear about that. And then there was also diphtheria back in those days, but now those illnesses have all disappeared because you'd have shots.
Some doctors in Fall Creek were Dr. Zabrowski, Dr. Sizer, and more. They gave you medicine at the doctor's office. The doctors a long time ago didn't have the medicine that we have today. So when people were sick with the flu or something else, they sometimes died because they didn't have good medicine. Some doctors went to your house if you were sick to see the doctor. You had to pay 50 cents, $1, or $2.
Doctor I can remember was Zabrowski, and he was here in Fall Creek. I heard about him. Matter of fact, my father had appendicitis, and Dr. Zabrowski operated on him. So I knew of him, but nobody else.
Michael Kading was the first dentist in Fall Creek, but he didn't know much about filling teeth. He did know how to pull teeth, but he didn't use any medicine or anesthetic. There was also Charles Hohen, who owned the drugstore. His treatment also was just pulling teeth that hurt or ached. Lots of people did not have braces, but some of them just hoped they wouldn't get bad teeth.
No, good heavens, no. Unless you were sick on death's door, you didn't get to see a doctor. No.
Other than healthcare, Fall Creek has changed a lot. What are some of the things that changed? There were cars, but you couldn't really go anywhere in the winter because there weren't any heaters in the cars. Sometimes the car wouldn't even start up because of how cold it was, so you would have to bring the battery inside and heat it up so that the car would be able to start. There wasn't any electricity back then, so you had to use lamps for light. There were not any parks back then.
At Christmas time, people would get trees and have candle holders with clips at the bottom to clip it to the tree. And then they would light the candles. At school, they would have a Christmas program, sing carols, and do plays. In the country, Christmas wasn't that big of a holiday. When Halloween came, some people were too tired after the long day, so they didn't go trick-or-treating, even when lots of other people went. At Thanksgiving time, your family would get together and eat roast turkey and more. Then, you spend time with your family and play games.